Okay, so not only do I learn that the last video, like the 6 minutes, had no game audio, neither did the last two for the original game. That was the fucking Sand People history. Dear God. And I think it was a good Karth conversation too. Jesus fucking Christ. So I'm silent for long stretches where I'm thinking you're hearing Bastila talk or whatever, and it's nothing. It's just silence. And I don't know how that happened because the KOTOR 2 videos are fine. Like I would look over here and see desktop audio moving, and like, okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that now, but it's nothing. I'm going to skip through Moses.
Excuse me? Lieutenant Grant's clear.
Yes.
Very well.
I'm just gonna skip through this because I am not reading all that out again. What's this about? Yes. How can I help?
Perhaps Chodahabat should turn his eyes to his own people, if they truly suffer so. Now perhaps we will be able to rest uninterrupted.
Good day. I am attempt. Thank you. I will connect you now. Good day.
Thank you for accepting my call.
I'm letting the
As my
Zorka call go
assistant
through
no
because
doubt
you couldn't
informed you, I am John
hear it,
Abuso.
and I didn't speak it.
I understand that you were approached by an Ithorian earlier. Doubtless he tried to obtain your help, attempting to purchase it with imposed guilt and veiled threats.
She's just outright lying to me.
Yes, they play at being downtrodden innocents, having come to you because of these Jedi rumors that are going around the station.
I don't recall him threatening me. But what sort of rumors?
Oh, I'm sure you've heard that you're a Jedi, one of the last, wanted by the Exchange and who knows how many other organizations, for reasons good or ill. But that's of no interest to me. The Jedi, and your standing with them, have no bearing on this discussion.
I don't recall him threatening me.
Oh, and I suppose he didn't mention the Exchange, helping you with any problems here? In other words, the Ithorians won't lead the Exchange to you if you work with them.
Nope.
Well, no matter. My apologies. I never intended to waste your time discussing Ithorians. I believe you're a person of influence, someone I'd like on my side, rather than aiding the Ithorians, whose quasi-mysticism and bumbling foolishness is standing in the way of progress and profit. I'm not asking for your help, though. I'm offering you a job. Work for Zerka and be handsomely rewarded. You'd be helping yourself. If you're interested, please visit our offices here in Residential 082. B44 will know what to do when you arrive.
How are the Ithorians in the way of things?
Their plans for the restoration of Telos are aimless and meandering. Restore the sacred natural beauty of Telos, they say. Just what does that mean? How does that apply to natural resource development and consumption?
I have a lot. I'm gonna let you finish, but I have a lot of
Resorts
thoughts.
and tourism. It doesn't. The Ithorians are spending billions of Republic credits on a plan with no defined profit. If it continues, they'll drive the Republic into irreparable debt and have nothing to show for it but a few meadows and a weather generator the size of a small continent.
I'll come by when I can.
Excellent. Good luck with that messy investigation, and I hope to see you shortly.
We should get back to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately.
So I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna talk to you directly. I know a fair bit about conservation and the history thereof on the planet Earth, or at least in the United States history. when the National Park Service and the national parks as a whole were established, there were two viewpoints. There was John Muir and Gifford Pinchot. John Muir was a Scotsman who he basically discovered quote unquote Yellowstone and pushed Teddy Roosevelt to make it a national park. Discovered is in quotes because I know the Native Americans, but he was the guy pushing for the first establishment of the national parks, and it was Yellowstone because he kind of some woo mysticism shit where he truly felt this is a beautiful land and needs to be preserved. And the reason I say it's woo mysticism shit is he got more in touch, and it was a personal growth for him. And I've never been to Yellowstone myself, but I imagine it could have some some personal growth there if you'd never seen anything like it before. His vision was conservation for conservation's sake. That we conserve for everybody because it needs to be preserved. And with the establishment of the national Teddy Roosevelt established a lot of national parks because he was good friends with John Muir. Like these two were buddies, and he put as the head of the national parks whatever there's a government department, and I think it's Department of the Interior, but I don't know for sure because that's not my job. I can only fix your computer. He established as the head of this department Gifford Pinchot, and Gifford Pinchot believed in conservation so that we can use the resources. So of course we need to preserve this land so we can use it later. Of course we need to preserve these natural resources so we can make use of them. And this is functionally the conflict here is the Ithorians' John Muir to the Zerka's Gifford Pinchot. And you can once you know the distinction between the two, which I do very well, it's hard to draw any other conclusion. Zerka was literally saying we should preserve telos because we can make a money off of it. We can make a buck off of it. We can sell the resources. We can establish tourism there. Once Telos is restored and people can actually walk on the surface on their own without the shield grid, we can start mining for resources again. We can use what Telos naturally has to offer. But in reality, you can make an argument for both John Muir and Gifford Pinchot's perspectives. I'm a stalwart on the Muir side. I believe in conservation for conservation's sake, as opposed to conservation for later use. It is possible to say all this in brief. I just don't have the language at the moment, and I don't care to open Firefox and find out. If you side with Zerka in this game, I do believe you get dark side points. It is kind of the dick move. But again, in reality, there is an argument to be made for both perspectives. And at the end of the day, they did both want the same thing, the preservation of natural lands and resources for future use. Here's it in brief. Big tree. John Muir says we should save this tree because it has value in its own right. It is a tree. Gifford Pinchot would say we should preserve this tree so future generations can use it for shade or wood. At the end of the day, they're both saying we should keep this tree intact. And that is a far cry better than anyone saying, cut that tree down, we can use the land to establish a fucking golf course or whatever. At the end of the day, they are both conservationists. And it kills me to say that, because I really don't like Gifford Pinchot's perspective. But I'm also not going to pretend John Muir was a saint. It was the 1800s. He was racist. It was the end of the 19th century going into the 20th. He was really racist. But I think it was just against black people and not against the Native Americans. I don't recall. No, I think it was natives too. I'm not going to pretend he's a saint. I was never going to pretend he's a saint. But that's... Welcome to Conservationist 101 with specs. Is dull. That's it.
Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge you.
If she served in the war, well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man, a child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of a sort, and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability, for a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
She has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that she turned away from war, did all that she could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this, and we do her a disservice by not speaking of this while she is present.
I'm right over there. I am over there. I'm not even asleep. I am sitting on the floor.
I've come to inform you that the Telosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Paragus facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated or incarcerated. As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
Why is the Republic sending a ship?
To further investigate the station's destruction and search for their missing ship, the Harbinger.
How long will I have to stay?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
Is the Ebon Hawk still impounded?
The vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station and Entertainment Module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk.
The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave.
What about my T3 droid?
After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
Well, now what? We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off this station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost in the crowd.
You know that from experience?
Hey, everyone needs to get lost once in a while. Get away from something, you know? It's no big deal.
Why do we need to leave?
Look, this place is a waste. If Telos wasn't doomed before Paragus blew, it is now. Even more so if your friends from Paragus come calling.
Why would Telos be doomed?
Because it depends on Citadel Station. And the Citadel depends on Paragian fuel and the Republic's senators. The Citadel's fuel source went up with the mining facility. And the bickering senators? Not something worth counting on.
What do you think, Kreia?
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here, on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities, or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
Stay or explore, Telos. We need a ship. Let's find the Hawk.
Makes sense. I'll follow your lead.
Now, you may be wondering why I haven't spoken to Atten. Because I speak to Karth right away.
You seem pretty calm.
Oh,
It's almost
he does have
streaming
something to
off
say.
of you. A lot calmer than you were on Paragus when I first met you.
I'm fine. In fact, I haven't felt this good in a long time.
Well, it's good to see. You're a nice counterbalance to that old witch back there.
Who's standing there pacing? I had some questions for you.
All right. What did you want to know?
I can't ask him anything. I can play Pazak, but I can't ask him anything, because I don't have anything to know.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Kreia I can talk to.
Then ask, and I will do my best to answer.
Do you know anything about the Sith who pursue us?
Nothing more than we already know, and anything else I know would be useless. There is danger in such knowledge, even if I was certain of the ones who hunt you.
I'll be going now. I can't really get anything from them until I'm done with Telos. Now I'm gonna be curious to see what the restored content mod does here, because there's a couple apartments that they're real doors, but you can't open them. And I think this was one of them. Although I don't know why.
Hey, what are you doing in my apartment?
Just looking around.
Looked like you were doing more than just looking.
I'll be going now.
Yeah, you will. Now get out of here before I get the TSF to throw you in jail.
I'll be going now. Yes, I did just commit a robbery. Hang on, let me move this window, because I don't like how it's not centered. Please, let me move the window. Oh, it was centered. I guess this one's just bigger than the TARDIS will allow to see. Oh yeah. Hello there. Who are you? My name is Hera, and I am an employee of Zerka. What do you do here? I'm a data processor. It is a thankless job, and the pay is poor, but I had no choice but to take it. I have a desperate need of credits, and there's little else for me to do. That or gamble, but that's what got me into this predicament in the first place. Let me guess, you have a gambling debt you have to pay off. You're half right in your guess. I did at one point have a gambling debt, but it was repaid, and there is no creditor that looms over me. Now what's the problem? I used Romana, the girl of my heart, as collateral. I have a weakness for Pazak. You must understand, my hand was unbeatable. There was no way I could lose. But you did. Indeed I did, and now Romana is indentured as a dancer to Doton Het. No doubt she hates me. Of course, you did make her a slave. That is why I'm working day and night, selling my own life to Zerka, that I might buy her back from Doton. It'll take months, maybe years, for me to amass those credits. Doton could take her away from me. Perhaps I could be of assistance. You would do that for a stranger? Like I said, the amount is not small. Doton Het demands 2,000 credits for her freedom. I think I can persuade Doton to see things our way. Truly? Then I wish you good luck, for no amount of pleading, begging, or otherwise has worked for me. Note how I wasn't able to just give him the credits, and that is for the best. Why is that not a bonus mission? See, I think that's one of the fake ones. What the? I told your boss already. I'm getting your credits. I have a good contract with You're not from the exchange. What do you want? What does the exchange want with you? Nothing. Nothing at all. Do you need a droid repaired? Because if not, I have much work to do. He'll be important later. We'll get a key to that room. This is one of the few places where you can fast travel. As long as you talk to those computers, you can fast travel. I'm not gonna go to the exchange right now. Or to Zerka. Because if I think if I go to Zerka first and then the Ithorians, I've kind of picked a side. Welcome. How may I help you? Mozo has sent me to speak with Chodo Habat. Ah, you are the Jedi Mozo spoke of. I will open the doors for you now and inform Chodo Habat of your arrival. He will be pleased to see you. Over here they have a vivarium. Over here they have a vivarium. Which we can't do anything with it at this moment. But if we decided to be evil, we could steal some of that Bachani plant later. But I'm literally nice. Ah, it gladdens me that you came. I am Chodo Habat, leader of the Ithorians here. I am sorry to impose our troubles upon you, but I did not know where to turn until I sensed your arrival. You sensed my arrival? Yes, I am a priest of my people, an adept in the Force. I sensed an echo within the Force upon your arrival. It is a subtle disturbance, unless one is actively listening for it. I suspected you were one of the remaining Jedi, and hoped you could help us. That is why I sent Moza to seek you out. Moses said you could heal me. What did he mean? The echo I felt upon your arrival was not a natural thing. It spoke of a great pain, not of the body, but of the spirit. It is as if you once felt the Force flow through you, then it was torn away, brutally and quickly. The echo comes from the hollows where it once flowed through you. There was an episode of SpongeBob like that once. I once felt the Force, yes, and it is slowly returning. It is a most unusual wound you carry. If you would permit me to examine you, perhaps I could help restore some of what was lost.
Your speech is filled with maybes and perhaps. You are bold to make promises of healing while the world under your care burns and dies. You may be able to help, but there is always a price, is there not?
Do not mistake me, it is not our desire to see any living thing suffer, but the suffering of Telos is all that consumes us. Tell me, do you know of the problems our restoration efforts face? I'd like to hear your perspectives on the matter. The Telosian government summoned my herd ship to Citadel Station and asked that we help them rebuild their broken world. We progressed for a time, but then our troubles with Zerka began. The corporation has gained great influence here, and we can do little to stop them. I fear that if Zerka continues to interfere in the restoration project, it will never be completed. Telos will remain barren and lifeless, and all our work, that of the Republic, the Telosians, and my own people, will have been for nothing. Why would the Telosian government allow this? Zerka is a powerful corporation with many lobbyists in the Senate and throughout the galaxy. What do you intend to do? Our first goal is to get the restoration project moving forward again. The Republic originally provided a droid intelligence to Citadel Station that would help manage the logistics of the project. It vanished some time ago. Vanished? How? This is not known. It may have been an accident. Perhaps the droid intelligence was overtaxed by the staggering size of the project and became irrational. Some among my herd suspect theft. A droid intelligence of that sophistication would fetch a high price in the black market. Others fear its disappearance the result of sabotage by Zerka or some other organization that seeks to slow the restoration project or discredit us, but the how or why of it is irrelevant. At great expense, my herd has acquired a second, somewhat lesser droid intelligence to take its place. It will arrive at Citadel Station shortly. The Telosian government has offered a small escort, but I had hoped that you might see its safe transition from the docks to here. Might you aid us in this matter? I'll see it to you safely. My thanks. I will send word to my people. They will be awaiting your arrival at Bay 2, Dock Module 126. Woo! Hi, Moza. I just don't think I've ever spoken to Moza before. Forgive me, Choto, but the human, I could feel her suffering. I did not feel it until she stood before us, but then it filled my senses. Have you ever felt such an intensity before? Only once before, the day I came to Telos and strode upon its ashen surface. It is a planet's worth of pain, and I do not know how she endures. It is because she has no choice. Perhaps in helping a planet, it will help her become whole again. I wonder if he actually has anything when restored content.
Hello there, and greetings from Isis and Onderon.
Who are you?
I'm a diplomat from Queen Talia on Onderon. My stay was supposed to have been shorter, but the contract disputes over the restoration project have prolonged it. The Ithorians negotiated the export of flora and fauna from Onderon, but with their disagreements with Zerka, the status of our arrangement is in the air.
Sorry, didn't mean to unmute. I meant to pause the recording. I'm a thirsty bitch. Hopsitle. Wow, a whole med pack. And a fake door. I think that's another dice roll for what you get.
What is it?
I hear you.
See, that's a perfect example of any force power that Kreia enables, I also get. I'll talk to Zerka.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you? Of course. She has been expecting you. You will find her through the door and down the hall on the right. Zerka Corporation has operations on many systems, providing everything from medical supplies to starship weapon systems. Here on Telos, Zerka Corporation is involved in the restoration project, which Zerka hopes will serve as a model for future operations of this nature.
Hey there, little buddy. I love you. Utility droids are just so much more charismatic than protocol droids.
I knew you'd come eventually. I'm confident that we will be able to reach a working agreement satisfactory to both you and I. But where are my manners? On behalf of Zerka Corporation, I would like to be the first to welcome you to Telos.
What do you have to say about the Ithorians' complaints?
I can understand why you might be on their side, but believe me, you wouldn't be doing Telos any favors assisting those amateurs. Oh, sure. Habat's intentions are good enough, but good intentions won't restore Telos. His expensive policy of relocating biological specimens from Onderon without any planning will doom Telos in the end. I don't think Habat even realizes that at their current pace, they will run out of funding before even half of the restoration zones are up and running. Zerka plans to use some of the planet's own resources to help fund the restoration. These extra funds will greatly improve the project in the long run. Habat, on the other hand, can't see beyond his own selfish concerns.
The planet's own resources.
We've discovered that the surface of Telos is covered with military facilities that were either destroyed or abandoned during the Sith attack. Salvaged raw materials from these sites can either be reprocessed and put back into service, or resold to help fund the project.
You know, in hindsight, that's not a bad idea. Because if they were taking new things from the environment, yeah, that's kind of a dick move. But nobody's using those military sites. The materials have already been extracted. Reselling them is not a bad thing. Talking to the dog. Oh, fake door. I gotta see what the puppy wants. Oh, to be a dog and enjoy being out in this weather. It's not bad, it's just cold. Fake door! Actually, I think that door might be important in the end game. Am I in fucking space? Avoid dealing with my brother. He is unscrupulous and deceitful. I heard that, you mince. Hear what you like, ruffian. I do not care. Do you see how he is? Disgusting. I'll be going now. Well, I'll see what he's got, but I frankly need my money. Oh. Actually, no, I need this crystal. I can buy it later. I need my money. Please, I don't want any trouble. It was an accident, I swear.
That didn't look like an accident to me or my associate here. It looked like you wanted to make a fool of him.
No, that wasn't the way it was. I did not mean to disturb your drinking. Allow me to leave you and go on my way. I will trouble you no longer.
Not even an apology. That won't do at all.
What's going on here?
This Sulluston here had a few things to say about us that we didn't take to so well. We're just trying to work out our differences.
I'd like to hear his side of the story. Oh, thank you. It was very simple. I was at the bar enjoying my drink when these two brutes here elbowed their way up to the bar, spilling my beverage all over the two of us. Then they dragged me out here. Look at these two. I don't know what they want. To send me home with my limbs twisted, body battered, and spirit broken. You must help me.
This doesn't have anything to do with you, stranger. Just move right along. Have a drink in the cantina.
I won't let you lay a hand on him.
Just my luck. Someone who wants to be a hero. Why don't you run along before you get hurt?
Can we talk about this?
Believe me, there's nothing to talk about.
I don't want to fight you.
Then you shouldn't have gotten involved.
Oh, thanks, TSF officer.
More where that came from.
Oh, thank you. I was completely helpless. Those mercenaries are too much. I wish something could be done about them. Why are they allowed to do this? The TSF isn't able to do much to keep the peace on the station. Zerka's hired too many mercenaries. Even Zerka can't control them. Don't say that in front of that TSF officer. The Republic must do something about this, but it's anyone's guess as to whether or not they will. You should leave in case their friends come looking for them. You speak the truth. I will stay away from this cantina until things settle down. Please, accept this reward. Keep your credits. A reward is not necessary. Thank you, then. It is not often that one sees such goodness and such evil in such a short time. Thank you. Oh, he needs healing. Well, he's not going to get it, I'm afraid. I can't heal strangers. I could go into the cantina and save this guy's girl. But I'm not doing that right now.
Welcome to Entertainment Module 081's TSF station. How may I be of assistance?
Lieutenant Gren said to come here to get the Ebon Hawk and the rest of my positions out of impound.
I will call up the appropriate information now. One moment. Searching. One moment. I regret to inform you that the Ebon Hawk is gone. The TSF believes it was stolen and is currently investigating. It seems the Ebon Hawk was transferred to Telos' surface instead of an impound dock. However, both the requester and the point of delivery are unknown. In addition, the vessel is not showing up at any government-sanctioned landing site. I would conjecture that it has been stolen and the TSF records have been illegally accessed and modified.
I knew it! That stupid T3 unit stole our ship. It's probably joyriding through the system right now, laughing at us, laughing at me.
That is unlikely.
You're taking it personally.
While
Yeah,
your
that
use
is
of the
unlikely.
is not accounted for, numerous satellites track all incoming and outgoing vessels. There is no record of the Ebon Hawk leaving the system.
Wait, you're saying the ship's actually somewhere on Telos' surface? I don't understand. Telos' atmosphere is highly corrosive outside the shielded restoration zones. Where else could someone land safely?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's all the information I have for you. Of course, the quarters in Residential Module 082 will remain yours until the situation is resolved.
Was there anything in the system about our ship?
There was a query regarding the Ebon Hawk's ID signature sent from the Paragus mining facility.
Paragus.
However, all data collected in response to the query has been deleted. It is likely that this information was removed when the vessel's transfer request was modified.
Can I get my possessions back at least?
Fortunately, your possessions were kept in the armory and were uncompromised. I will open the door for you so that you may retrieve them. You will find them in the security lockers.
What am I supposed to do now?
I am not qualified to answer that question. However, it is unlikely that someone could steal a starship from under TSF observation without considerable backing. If your vessel has been stolen, there is a fair chance that the exchange possesses relevant information. I do not know what else to suggest, beyond waiting in your quarters for further word.
Need help? Try organized crime. Hey, I had a Jedi robe. Maybe I'm thinking of my Switch save. It doesn't matter what clothes I put on Kreia, she'll always look like that. I do believe, yeah, that's got the same. See, Greya looks the same no matter what I put her in.
Something I can help you with?
How will you recover from the destruction of the Paragus mining facility?
To be honest with you, I just don't know. We desperately rely on the fuel to keep Citadel Station running. If we can't find a new fuel source soon, we'll be in bad shape.
How bad?
There's enough fuel in the reserves to keep Citadel Station from falling out of orbit, and for managing the restoration project, but not much more than that.
Can't the Republic increase funding?
If only it were that easy. The Republic's tight on credits right now, still recovering from the war. They're sparing all they can, but it's not enough. We relied almost completely on Paragus for our fuel. It's hard to make up for a planet's worth of fuel exports.
Is there anything that can be done?
Absolutely. We need to find a new fuel service, sign contracts, make agreements. A soldier like me is not good at that sort of thing.
If I can help, I'd like to.
You? You've got enough trouble, I think. And this is all your fault anyway.
Still think I'm to blame?
Look, it doesn't matter what I think. But sure, if you find someone with a load of fuel in their hand they'd like to sell to us, let me know. I'll be waiting. Something I can help you with? Would you be interested in helping us by bringing in some bounties?
Sure.
This isn't a bounty, so to speak. But we're looking for a man named Batono who's been missing for some time. Also, 2 ruthless killers that we'd managed to capture and hold here in the TSF station escaped and are currently at large. We're also looking for any information about the imposter Batu Rem. Batono was the overseer of dock operations for Zerka and was assisting us in uncovering the elusive black market smuggling operation that appears to be operating at a Citadel station. A few weeks ago, he suddenly disappeared and hasn't been heard from since.
Why do you need my help? That sounds like something the TSF should investigate.
Well, that's the problem. Our investigation wasn't exactly government-sanctioned.
What do you mean?
I may have been specifically instructed not to pursue the matter, but that's not important. The important thing is that Batono's gone missing, and I want to know what happened to him.
Little guilt on your conscience?
Maybe there is, but that's not the point. The point is, I want to know what happened to him.
Do you have any leads?
Not much, other than what I've already told you, and the fact he was investigating Docking Bay 3. I spoke with some Zerka guards near the docking bay, but they didn't seem like they wanted to cooperate with a TSF officer. Maybe you'll have more luck.
I'll see what I can dig up.
Thank you. Keep... What is it?
Criminals.
They were spotted by security cameras in the docking area, and we quickly moved in to apprehend them. We captured them shortly after you were placed under house arrest. Some sort of electrical malfunction, a side effect of the false Batu Rem's attack, enabled them to escape. They overpowered their guards and escaped into the Citadel.
What do you know about the criminals?
There are 2 of them, a Rhodian and a Deveronian. They're well armed and obviously extremely dangerous. They haven't left the station as far as we know.
I'll see what I can dig up.
All right, just be careful. We've already lost 2 good officers to them. What is it? You mean the assassin who tried to kill you, right? The real Batu Rem's one of us, and he's off the station on leave. I hope Batu's okay, though I'm expecting the worst. Shame. He was a good kid.
Is there any way to find out about the killer's movements in the station?
Yes, we looked into it and found that he arrived via a tramp freighter in Docking Bay 3. Unfortunately, the cargo and passenger manifest as well as departure location was not disclosed to us. That's all the information I have for you.
I'll see what I can dig up.
If you find anything about the real Batu Rem, we'd like to know if he's safe.
Ah, jail, sweet jail. Someone needs to cross-stitch that. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything back there. I'm gonna try to get a few more credits, and then I'll help that girl who's in Pazak slavery. So you're Habat's errand boy, huh? No, you must have me confused for someone else. Is that so? That's unfortunate. I was supposed to instruct someone of your description that Zerka would be willing to pay handsomely to have a certain droid delivered to them. You must be mistaken. That's unfortunate. I'll have to keep looking for them. I'm lying.
Greetings, madam. My primary function is to provide information about Citadel Station, Telos, and a variety of other topics. Please feel free to direct any of your inquiries to me, and I will do my best to answer your questions.
I genuinely didn't think that droid would say anything to me. I'm asking him about Batu Rem. Batu Rem's departure destination was Nar Shaddaa. He was scheduled to return on a shuttle that has already departed. That is all the information I have. In our business, the less information we gather, the less we have to give out. Looking for a man named Batono. You don't know? He oversaw these docks. I'm paid to guard this docking bay, not answer your questions. Inquiries about Zerka's employees should be directed to the branch's executive officer. Zerka employee? Then you do know Batono. You must be mistaken. No, I'm not gonna threaten him. That would just be mean. Ugh, I hate fake lockers.
I'm glad you're here. I'm the only man the TSF could spare, and frankly, I got a bad feeling about this.
Yes, we are all pleased to see you. Shoto Habat said that another would arrive to help us. We...
Excuse me, Master, but it seems we have some additional visitors.
Criminals. All of them. Who are you? How'd you get in here?
Everyone down! Time to take you down to size.
I'm grateful for your assistance. That was most terrible. Wonder who would have ordered such a thing.
Master, one of the assailants was carrying this.
An assassin's tool. It is no surprise that hired killers would carry weapons such as these.
Actually, Master, it appears that it has a number of illegal modifications.
Interesting. I believe you are correct, though I am by no means an expert. Such modifications are illegal on Citadel Station. Lieutenant Gren should be informed so that he might conduct an investigation. I'll leave it with you. But more importantly, you must take the droid back to Shoto Habat. I fear there may be more attacks if you do not see it quickly to safety. I'll get the droid back to the Ithorians right away. Sweet. different block.
I will trust your...
Ah, I'm gladdened by your safe return. My people sent word of what happened at the
I am
docks.
yours to command, Master.
Good, good. Our computer system has been prepared for your arrival. You may begin transferring your data into it
I shall
immediately.
do so now, Master Habak. Farewell, and farewell to you as well.
I'm grateful for your help in the matter. Please accept this as a gift from my people. I found this blaster on one of the assailants. I'm sorry I'm not familiar with that sort of thing. Perhaps you should take it to Lieutenant Gren. He may be of more help. Thank you. Now what? This incident at the docks has confirmed one of my fears. The gunmen were from the Exchange. Zerga has hired the criminal syndicate to work against us. Long have I suspected that Zerga and the Exchange work together, the former supplying manufactured arms to be sold via the latter's black market channels. Now with the TSF keeping a closer eye on Zerga activities, the corporation has turned to the Exchange to be its fist on Citadel Station. I don't want to keep talking. What's there to be done? I've tried to meet with the leader of the Exchange here, a Quarren named Lopak Slusk. He has refused my every invitation and allows no one inside the Exchange suites. I fear he does not take us seriously. The Jedi, though, are renowned as warriors and diplomats both. Perhaps you might speak with Lopak, show him the value of a restored Telos. I'm not a Jedi. So you said. Again, I am sorry. I'm most grateful for your assistance. I will guide my thoughts toward your safety, and Lopak's as well. I wish harm upon no one.
Ah, so you must be the Jedi everyone's been whispering about. No more trouble with the TSF, I hope?
Can I help you?
Perhaps you don't know who I am?
You seem to be of the opinion that I care.
You haven't been on Citadel Station long, have you? Let me introduce myself. I'm Benok, the man in charge of Lopak Slusk's protection. You do know who Lopak Slusk is, don't you? The two gentlemen with me are Matu and Nahata, Slusk's finest men, other than me, of course.
Oh, leave the woman alone, Benok. I bet she'd come out on top if you fought.
Now, Luxa, I meant no disrespect. You're probably Slusk's strongest woman.
It's your skin, Benok.
Misogyny.
Just warning you, Slusk could easily replace you.
She's right. Must mean you're dead.
We were just leaving anyway. Come on.
Wise man.
Alright, how much money do I have? It's not bad. So I should probably go do some sales.
Look at camera.
think this item is worth more to me in credits than it is an item. I need this crystal. Now that I've got some cred. You also have a cyan crystal? For the same price. Now this is some good shit. It's a shame it's not upgradable. Then again, maybe it is. Okay. This says to me that I want to make an overlay and an underlay. Oh, dang. Okay. Okay, my treat injury is 7. Krea's is 14. Sick.
What is it?
3 armor. That's the good shit. Actually, no, I don't think I have. This is gotta be a droid weapon, then. Oh, wait. Actually, I think if I go talk to TSF, I may get credits for telling him about Batu Ram. I honestly don't record.
Something I can help. A blaster. I don't see why not. What? Where did you get this?
I was ambushed by thugs in a dock module. One of the attackers was carrying this.
Interesting. This is no ordinary holdout blaster. It's been outfitted with a number of illegal modifications. You say you found this at the docks? That is disturbing news.
I think you're glossing over the fact that I was attacked there.
When off-world weapons are transported onto Citadel Station, whether they are personal arms or shipments to be resold, they are inspected and licensed by the TSF. This confirms my fear that there is a source of black market weapons and components here on the station. I could use your help getting to the bottom of it.
You found more evidence previously.
We have found a number of blasters similar to this one, as well as a crate of contraband weapons upgrades. A relative stranger as yourself might be useful for the investigation. You'd be compensated, of course.
Sweet.
Great. There's more than a few people around here I'd suspect having a hand in this. Anyways, good luck. Let me know if you find the source of the blaster. Something I can help you. What is it? The real Batu?
The assassin.
Oh, what is it? Docking Bay 3. More suspicious activity from Zerka's private dock. If only we had something more concrete, I could launch a full-scale investigation. But Nar Shaddaa? Sounds like you've made some powerful enemies. Here's the reward for the information.
Sweet.
And if you find out anything else about Batu, real or fake, let me know.
What? He's wasn't here. He's... Who the fuck is this guy? You're standing right in front of a TSF agent. Thank you, random TSF agent. That doesn't happen. That's new. I was just walking by that guy thinking, wow, you look like a creepy Dobo.
Something I can help you with? What is it? Something I can help...
Who the fuck was that guy? Asking questions is dangerous? What was he talking about? Asking questions is a dangerous hobby, Spacer. You'd be better off keeping your nose in your own business instead of in someone else's. You never know when you'll end up dead. Get my meaning? Unfortunately for you, you won't get a chance to learn that lesson. Who? And all he had on him was a repair kit? That is so not helpful. I can ask of any number of people about the blaster, but Samandobo is the best to ask. Very interesting, very good craftsmanship, but no, I can't tell you anything about it other than that it's a holdout blaster. Upgraded. I think there's something you're not telling me. And why would this be of interest to you? I want to know who sold the weapon I was attacked with. I will admit that I sold it, but I sell a great many things. You cannot hold it against me for doing business, can you? I heard there was a healthy trade of black market goods in Citadel. I'd like to get involved. Indeed. Then we should talk, for I have what you might call a certain interest in this business. Are you an idiot? You just incriminated yourself. I'll report you to the TSF. Oh, come now. You don't think me that foolish, do you? You have no real evidence, and without it, Zerka's money is more than enough to keep the TSF out of my business. How's Zerka involved? Because the TSF is barred from monitoring activity in Zerka's private docking bay, I have reached a generous agreement with Lorso for its use. I'd like to help you. It's gotten more difficult of late. I could always use the help. What can I do for you? Basically, there are 3 items I need to fill out my next shipment. Leaves from the Bachani plant in the Athorian's vivarium, a personal shield unit being kept in their docking bay, and medical supplies from the medical unit in Residential OE2. But for starters, I need the plant sample. I'll try to find more about where the other 2 are being held while you get the leaves. Have you been to the Athorian compound? Yes, I've been there. I already told you about the vivarium. A few other plant specimens have other uses. Indeed, there are buyers that would be willing to pay large sums of credits for extracts from them. Restricted imports and exports by the Republic because of their use. Because of their status with the Republic, the Athorians are able to bypass these regulations, which presents us, with a unique opportunity. All this trouble for a few potted plants? Not even just one. A few leaves of a particular specimen. The Athorians are extremely protective of their plants, so they don't expect they'll just let you take it. After all, if it were that easy, wouldn't need you to do it for me, would I? I'll be back when I have them. You know, maybe that masked attacker is supposed to be there, and I've just had a glitch every time. I would not be surprised about that. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, I need to talk to Zerka. Because there's another glitch that I always get, and that is the 2 criminals that Gren mentioned. So Zerka is going to help them get to the surface. However,
I do not approve of this alliance we have formed with Chodo Habat and his Ithorians.
Why is that?
Habat has an agenda, and he hopes to tie you into it to use you to his own ends.
I don't sense he intends to do us harm.
Be that as it may, it would be best if you avoided such needless entanglements. You are too valuable to be caught up in the struggles of this planet.
Perhaps you are right, Kreia, but we need his help, at least for the time being.
True, he may be able to help us locate the Ebon Hawk, but still, you must be vigilant.
Yeah, Zerka's helping those 2 criminals get to the surface, and I'm supposed to be able to confront them on the surface. But I've only done that, like, once. See, there they are.
I will arrange transport to one of the restoration zones on the planet's surface.
I'm hoping the restored content mod fixed that glitch.
For the services you have offered to Zerka, you will also be reimbursed. I trust that is an agreeable arrangement. Of course, I will instruct the commander to await your arrival.
Lorsa, they're wanted criminals.
I simply do not have time for you. My hands are full with trying to manage the restoration project without the aid of a droid intelligence, which you so kindly gifted to the Athorians. If there is nothing else, I would prefer it if you left our premises.
Does the name Batono mean anything to you?
Batono? Of course. He was one of our former employees. Let me tell you something. There are far too many like him. Do-gooders who believe that because of the things Zerka must do to remain successful and profitable, we must be evil. They do not see the impracticality of their beliefs. They do not understand the realities of the galaxy. If certain funds must be paid, then Zerka will gladly pay. If competitors removed, then Zerka will do its part to forward progress. Batono could not see this. Before leaving our employ, he stole many of our records, then began to stalk our movements on the station. Harassment, but conveniently overlooked, sanctioned, perhaps, by the Telosian authorities.
He's gone missing. Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
I'm curious, though, as to why you are looking for him.
My reasons are my own.
I see. Well, I suspect he's putting his nose into something or another. People like him can't mind their own business, always needing to pry into matters that don't concern them. I do know he spent some time in the company of the Ithorians. I assumed that was the reason for his efforts, that he thought by inventing stories of Zerka's evil, he could put Chodo Habat and his incapable assistants in charge. But if you are searching for him, and find him, there would be a reward for any information of his whereabouts.
So you could silence him.
Silence his lies and fabricated untruths. His slanderous accusations are a needless trouble atop a great many troubles this planet faces.
Sorry, I got a text and got distracted.
If credits are what he wants, then Zerka will pay him for an easy settlement of this situation. Otherwise, Zerka will be forced into a lengthy petition process with the Telosian Council.
If I find no truth to his accusations, then perhaps I will tell you.
If your conscience demands it, then by all means. Just remember, a reward is waiting for you.
I've seen a few Tumblr posts lately about how easy... What?
I'm glad that Zerka put a capable woman in charge of the project. I've got every
How
faith she'll do
easy
things
it
right.
would be to be wealthy and not struggling if you were just a bit short on scruples. And I think talking with Zerka is kind of emblematic of that, because that is the path to make money. If you want to make money, then you want to take the Zerka path. But unfortunately, the well-being of others matters to me. Which is why I'm about to go into the cantina and gamble with someone's life. Actually, the first thing I want to do is play with Atton so I can actually have a Pazak hand already.
Alright, but
Republic Senate rules.
that's where we waste a lot of time trading cards and trying to beat each other. But in the end, nobody wins. Everybody loses, and nobody accomplishes anything. It's like stalemate, except the goal is to pass time until the audience gets bored and leaves.
Alright, practice match then. I won't make you watch me play Pazak, because literally all I'm doing is just playing this practice match to build my hand. I lost. But that's fine, it was Republic Senate rules. Wonderful sight, isn't it? The best of my dancers, and I have the best I've seen in many years. I come on behalf of Hara. That one. Ah, must be about Romana then. Fine, give me your proposal. How much do you want for her? Credits? If it must be. The currency of the Republic is such a mundane way for businessmen to arrange their deals. But if that is the only way, I would accept no less than 2,000 credits for her. How about you wager her a game of Pazak? Ah, now that is an interesting suggestion. Situation, what a setup. Romana lost by Hara in a Pazak game to be wagered by Dotan in another? I do like the way you think. There's merit to your suggestion. Fine. I shall place Romana as a wager in a Pazak game, against a wager of 1,000 credits of your own, I should think. There it is. Dang. Hell yeah. Pazak goes faster in this game, otherwise I wouldn't have made you watch it. It's a good set of games, so perhaps not enough to make up for losing Romana, but I will keep to my word. Very well. I'm sad to see her go, but it's true that it's always best to avoid becoming attached to anything in my line of work. Our business is completed, and I would ask you to depart from here now, but do not hesitate to call upon me if you should have a further exchange. Romana, your period of servitude to me is finished. Your ownership is transferred to this human. Let's go back to Hara. Hara, even after what Hori has submitted me to, but it is not my choice, it is yours. Let's go. Romana, this can't be true. I thought I had lost you for sure. Don't sound so pleased, Hara. It's not as though you had anything to do with getting me free. Are you at least a little happy to see me? I couldn't care less. If she hadn't asked me to come, I would have been on the first shuttle out of here. You're free now, Romana. You can go with Hara. I have no desire to go with him. He means nothing to me. Then you can do whatever you wish. Thank you. You've given me a new life, and I am thankful for. No, Romana, don't leave, please. I don't know whether to thank you or strike you. I guess we'll just leave it at that. You're the one who sold his girlfriend into slavery. Don't blame me. I should talk to Chodo about Batono. Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing like 5 different things. But I also need to talk to Gren about the black market. I'm not taking their plant. Do you know anything about a man named Batono? I'm sorry to admit that name is unfamiliar to me. I must admit I have little interaction with the other residents of this area, however. Are you sure? Lorsa mentioned that he spent time here in the compound. It would not be the first time Lorsa was mistaken. I assure you I have never known a man named Batono to spend time in our company here. I'm looking for him on behalf of Lieutenant Gren. If I can locate him, it might prove the end of Zerka. I believe what you say is true, and it gladdens me to hear that it is Lieutenant Gren who's searching for him. I'm sorry that I spoke untruth to you before. Indeed, I do know of Batono, and I know where he can be found. But even so, you must promise me that you will tell no one about this, not even Lieutenant Gren without Batono's permission. Give you my word. Very good. You see, he came to us for protection, and we found him an apartment where he could hide. Our security technicians ensured he would not be found by Zerka. You'll find him in apartment C1, and here's the key. Give him my apologies for revealing his hiding place, and my explanations. I hope he will not be too angry. Which means this one is C.
What the? You're not CSD. What are you doing here?
What's CSD?
Zerka Security Division. They've been known to break into apartments from time to time. Think they're above the law. You know how Zerka is.
Oh, well, that's
curious
nothing like me.
Why you're barging in here.
At all.
Does a locked door mean nothing to you? Just looking... Just get out of here. You again?
You're Batono, right?
What? No, you must be mistaken. You're probably looking for a previous tenant or a neighbor.
Lieutenant Gren sent me to look for you.
Dole sent you? Can't say I'm surprised. He was the one who wanted me to come forward in the first place. Easy to say that, but you're not the one Zerka will send its assassins after.
If it's your safety you're worried about, you shouldn't. After Zerka's exposed, they won't dare move against you.
Sure, but everything takes time. Testifying before the council's deliberation, time that Zerka could use to rub me out.
The TSF can put you under its protection.
You might be right. I don't think Zerka has gone so far that it's willing to openly clash with the TSF. But Zerka has eyes everywhere. I'm not even sure I can leave this apartment safely.
I can protect you.
You? Look, I'm sure you can handle yourself, but I think this might be a little out of your league.
I was a Jedi. I'll see you safely to the office.
A Jedi? Jedi or no, Gren wouldn't have sent you if he didn't think you could get the job done. All right, fine, but we need to get moving.
All right, let's go.
Good idea.
Oops, I didn't mean to lie to him.
All right, let's...
What do we have here? Botono, if I'm not mistaken. He'd been a hard man to track down.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. It's you we've all been looking for. Executive Lorso sent me to take care of some unfinished business.
Lorso isn't taking Botono anywhere.
That's fine. We weren't planning on taking him anywhere anyways.
They were gonna Boeing him.
That was a close one.
I have to hand it to you. I'm damned impressed. Not only did you find Botono, you convinced him to testify against Zerka to the council. And believe me, that's no small feat, considering I think Botono is as stubborn as ever.
You don't sound happy to see me, Gren.
I hate to interrupt this reunion, but if there's nothing else, I should be going.
Of course, I'm sure you have other things to be doing. The bounty is yours for finding Botono, and a bonus for bringing him back as well.
I don't have anything for you, but thanks for saving my life. I'll try and return the favor someday.
Wow, money.
Something I can help you with? If we knew when he was going to make a shipment, then we could catch him. What are the 3 things he needs? All that? If that's the size and substance of his usual shipments, it helps explain quite a bit. It will take some time for me to assemble those. All right, everything's here. Take these to Samhan. After that, come back to me and tell me the exchange has been made, and I'll go to the dock module to wait for him. If he won't let you leave until the transaction's completed, go with him. I'll post one of my men near the docking bay, and if he spots you, he'll summon me. Understood?
I understand.
I'll be there, don't worry. You just make sure you get him to the docking bay. We have to catch him in the act. Something I can help... What is it? What have you discovered? Damn that woman. Do you have any proof?
I was there when it happened.
I wish that were enough. To finger Zerka, we need hard proof. As far as the killers go, we need them dead or alive. Our jurisdiction doesn't stretch out to the restoration zones. If you find anything else out, let me know.
Hello there. You know, I heard about what happened at the docks. Can we talk for a bit?
Just go on.
I handle vice. You know, spice, gambling, the good things in life. With a local exchange
I think
boss,
she's flirting with
Lopax
me.
Lusk.
That's a list of my favorite things.
I knew you were my type when you walked in here. I wanted to clear something up with you about the bounty on your head. Don't worry, I won't make a move on you. That Squid and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. You being one of them.
What do you mean?
Look, are you really Jedi?
I was, but not anymore.
Exactly. This exchange bounty has nothing to do with you. But Slusk, my boss, won't listen to me. Still, you seem a very capable sort. Tell me, Are you a capable sort?
Lesbian. I'm capable.
Good. I like that in a woman. So here it is.
Gay.
Help me with Lopax Slusk, and I'll keep the exchange off your back. And find your missing ship.
What's your problem with Slusk?
What, besides his being your typically slimy Quarren? Slusk works for Goto, out of Nar Shaddaa. Now this Goto, he's rigid, ruthlessly efficient, and all he sees are numbers. Goto keeps the squid around because he maintains a steady flow of income. Yet it's only half of what I know it could be. I should be the Citadel's boss, but Goto doesn't allow breaks in the chain of command. I can't go over Lopax Slusk's head, so I've got to take care of him myself. And I want your help.
How will this work?
I can get you into the exchange suites in Residential 082. They're west of the entrance. More than a few of the guards are in my pocket, so there shouldn't be too much resistance inside. When Slusk's out of the way, I'll clear up this bounty matter and get your ship back. Deal?
It's a deal.
We'll speak again then. Best of luck, beautiful.
Gay. I forget if swoop racing brings me any money, but I'm not going to worry about it now. Got the items you were looking for. Incredible. This is quite a windfall. Wish I'd employed your services earlier. With all this, I'll be able to have the shipment ready to go before the next something. If you could, would you escort me to the Zerka docking bay? I don't wish to take any chances. Okay.
About time you showed up, Saman. Get your things loaded. I'm already behind schedule.
Alright, it'll only take a moment. No need to get so worked up over it.
You don't understand how it is with Zerka. When the process stops working like clockwork, questions get asked, and we don't want questions asked, do we?
Yes, I get the point. I could do this faster if you help instead of just standing there complaining.
The faster we get this loaded, the faster we can get it out of here.
Stop right there. You're all under arrest and your possessions will be seized as evidence.
This is ridiculous. The TSF cannot just barge in here as they please.
That's enough, Samhan. Don't bother protesting your innocence. We know all about your business thanks to our friend here.
Thank you for your time. I ate lunch. Glad I could be of help, Gran. I literally told you I'd set you up. I told you I was going to do this.
He's got a grenade. Take him down.
So much for that grenade.
More where that came from.
Alright, I surrender. Arrest me. Put me in your force cage. I have no desire to continue this
I
fight.
thought you might see it my way. All of you, come with me.
This is a foolish error you have made, Lieutenant Gren. You cannot hope to keep me here.
I think you may be overconfident of your chances, Samhan. We now have evidence of your smuggling operation, and even the Council cannot ignore that. Again, I have you to thank. Without your assistance, it would have been impossible for us to place Samhan under arrest.
If it was necessary to remove this criminal.
Now we can be certain he will be removed. I believe a long sentence awaits him, and the Citadel will be rid of his influence for good, though there is always the possibility another will take his place. I promise to pay you handsomely for your assistance, and I'll keep my word. Now I must attend to my other duties. Again, thank you for your help.
Looks like a Star Destroyer, doesn't it? Oh my god, it is a Star Destroyer. Why do you have that? It's too soon. You ever notice how the women characters are always kind of lopsided? Like, her hip is permanently popped out.
A disturbance in the Force.
This is Darth Nihilus.
It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly. Yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
This cutscene is triggered when you have gone to a certain amount of light or dark side alignment, or when you've made, I think, a total of 40 alignment changes. I don't know, I forget the number. Hey, buddy. Oh, you've healed. Good.
A Republic ship was supposed to have arrived to take control of the situation here. I hope it's not too late. The problems are becoming too much.
I know, I'm so rude. I talk to the guy, and then I walk away. You also need a med pack. Dude. Wonder what Jana Lorso has to say. I'm kind of ruining her day.
I simply do not have time for you. My hands are full with... If there is nothing...
She has nothing to say. That's fine. I don't know, I feel like every turn I corn, every corner I turn, I'm looking for another one of those masked, mysterious dudes. You're right, I should save. Eight hours, baby. You have no business with the exchange. Get out of here. I'm representing Chodo Habat. The Ithorian, we have no business with him. Luxa sent me. Hope I hate that spy. Call her Luchador. Now I can either pass or fail this persuade
I'm terribly
check.
sorry, but there must be some sort of mistake. I don't have a record of your appointment. Are you certain it was for today?
Of course. Why else would I have been sent in? Perhaps the mistake is in the system.
Oh, of course. Let me, open the door for you, right away. There's a package here for pickup. There you are. Have a good day.
I'm going to die. No, I'll be fine.
Let us end this. Let us end this.
Time to even the odds.
Kreia, will you actually help?
Fallen.
I don't know. Oh wait, this is a real guy. Real guy, fake door. Have you come to torment me like the others? No, why are you here? Perhaps you will free me? I was placed in here by 2 large Gamorreans, and I do not know the reason why. They have not fed me, and they will not allow me to return to my herd. How to set you free? I'm not sure. I think the force cage was operating remotely. There should be a security panel somewhere. I'll see what I can do. You got a lot of nerve coming here, Jedi. The bounty we've got on your kind. What do you want? I'm here representing Choda Hobat. You... What? I gave very specific instructions regarding that hammerhead and any of his cronies. Who let this idiot in? Matsu, bring me whoever's working at the door. Nahata, tell Chodo if he sends anyone else, we'll come after him. And Bennock, dust this foolish Jedi.
With pleasure.
Looks has said you were strong. Wait a minute. Okay. Matu is here with Kubis from the door. You want to see him now? Yes, I will send him. What? Whoever let you back in here better be dead, or they'll be wishing they were when my droids are through with you. handled yourself well getting this far, but you should think things over carefully. I could be a very valuable ally. Just what is it you want? To join the exchange? Money? I just want you to leave the Ithorians alone. Really? All this trouble just for that? Ah, it seems we have some visitors. I was wondering when you'd show up, Luchador.
Slusk.
I assume this was all your doing?
I may have had a hand in this, yes?
I suppose I should have known. You always were an ambitious one. Can't we talk about this? Come to an agreement? Only if that agreement involves Lux's... Damn it. Termination. I'm not looking for a fight.
I guess it's just like they say. If you want something done right, do it yourself.
Let's make sure those turrets aren't here for me. They're not. Cool. No, I'm not gonna worry about Atten. Thank you for your assistance. I had suspected Luchador for some time, but I thought I'd let her show her hand. I want the exchange to stop meddling in the Ithorians' restoration effort. Why would I want to do that? The Ithorians are ruining my profits. Because I asked you to? Come now, surely you can do better than that. The exchange isn't trifled with lightly. Better? Look around. You saw what I did here? Suppose you do make a bit of sense there. Fine, I will allow the Ithorians to do their business, but listen to me when I say this. The exchange is not bullied. If you push, expect to be pushed back.
I hear you.
Creosote. She's gonna be in my party for a hot minute. I want her to get a bonus for attacking the same people I am. Sweet. I forget that sometimes consulars get 2 powers. Oh, why does everyone get a bonus? Except for me. I deserve it. Give me your good shit. The exchange is not to be bullied. Yeah, but they are to be robbed, idiot. Oh, damn. Damn, I can't set the guy free? That's not ideal. Accursed. Because, like, I also don't want to kill him. Maybe... Ugh. And I can't kill him now, so I just have to keep that guy here. Oh, but I don't actually have a mission with that guy. Well, that's reassuring, at least.
Please don't kill me. I'm only doing my job.
Fine. Get out of here and I won't kill you. I wasn't gonna kill her anyway. But I can at least be nice. It's kind of funny to me that the mob just has a business here. Whoop, one moment. Thank you for your patience. You have returned safely. Did your meeting with Lopak Slusk go well? I've convinced him to leave you alone. I sense that your meeting did not go peacefully. It saddens me greatly that blood was shed. It was not my intention to cause harm. Still, I am again in your debt. Until we find a more fitting way to commend you, please accept this humble gift. It came from a lightsaber that belonged to a Jedi once of my herd. I want it. I kind of need this part. For the restoration project to continue in earnest, the Telosian government must be made to see the cancer that Zerka has become. Their security division is merely an arm of badge-bearing thugs. They supply weapons to the local black market, they steal restoration zones, and land illegal salvage teams on Telos. But Zerka has embedded itself within the government, using Telos' own laws to protect itself from censure or investigation. Legally, the Telosians can do nothing. If you can bring Zerka's corruption to light, perhaps the Republic could intervene and cast them out. This is what I would ask of you. How'd Zerka embed itself in the first place? The Telosian government initially welcomed Zerka's presence. The corporation offered Citadel Station inexpensive resources and affordable, privatized security. Alright, I'll help you. Zerka offices in Residential 082 contain a secure mainframe. It's a closed system inaccessible from the outside, so it can't be sliced. Correct. We have skilled technicians among us, but they cannot access the system. I am certain this mainframe contains files that would expose Zerka's corruption. It is only a matter of obtaining them and then passing them on to the Telosian authorities. How do you propose we obtain them? There is an employee of Zerka who may be willing to assist us in our cause. He spends time in the cantina in the entertainment module. More than that, I do not know. We seek a solution that sees no one harmed, but have found none. I'm confident that a Jedi could find a way to make things right, but I told you, I'm not a Jedi. So you said. Again, I am sorry. I'll see what I can do. I'm sorry there's not more that I can do, but I hope for your success. Wait, did he give me... what? Talking about Hannah, 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 Aiko ane, Chagamorphino anyane, Chagamorphinane.
Is there something I can do for you?
I want to talk to you about some information I need about Janalorso and Zerka.
What? What do you mean?
There are some files I'd like to get my hands on. Files I imagine wouldn't make her look good if they went public.
Wait, are you talking about accessing the mainframe? The Zerka mainframe? You're crazy. What are you, some kind of slicer?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm sure there are a dozen sorts of dirt on Lorso in there, but it's a closed system.
Closed system.
Means you can't get in remotely. You've got to actually be in front of the mainframe to access it.
So how do I get in?
This is a joke, right? You're CSD, aren't you? Loyalty test?
Of course not. Look, our goals are compatible. I want dirt on Zerka.
And I want Jana Lorso looking dirty. Right. Look, this is a risky proposition. I'd be sticking my neck out. Way out.
If Lorsa's dirty, it's the right thing to do anyhow.
Yeah, you're right. 500. Not a chance. Didn't I say... Alright, other than Jana Lorso, only B-44 has free access to the mainframe. If you controlled B-44, you could walk right in.
How would I get access?
Nearly all the Zerka technicians are planetside these days, working the recovery zones we've taken from the Ithorians. We've contracted out the maintenance for the office's protocol and utility droids. The guy Chano lives in the apartments in Residential 082, Unit 2B, I think. If you had his credentials, B-44 would leave with you willingly.
All right. I still got $6,000. Ugh,
I don't understand your problem with the Republic. It's not like Onderon hasn't benefited from joining.
It was one of the darkest days in our history. Talia sold Onderon to the Republic, and what did we receive in return? Nothing. In exchange for the blood of our soldiers, the prosperity of Iziz has been stripped to decorate dead planets like this.
Look, if it weren't for the Republic, you'd all be speaking Mandalorian by now.
And because we accepted the Republic's aid, we should be indented to them forever?
You make it sound like the Republic turned Onderon into a prison colony.
Perhaps. Only that the Republic did not even conquer us. Our own betrayed us and allowed the Republic to take what it would.
I keep expecting to see that dude again. You know, the one who attacked me out of nowhere. And like, you may be thinking, maybe you didn't see the guy because you didn't go that way. No, I had to. I have to go that way. Why would this empty room be locked? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Why'd they lock an empty room? I want your droid tech credentials. Why? Need to borrow Zerka's droid? Why? I need him to get some files from Zerka's mainframe to expose Zerka's corruption to the Telosian authorities. Oh, I see. That's a good cause, yes. I can't do that. Why not? Because I can't afford to jeopardize my contract with Zerka. Why is that? I need the credits. What for? For a loan. From whom? And it's no concern of yours. Hey, I answered all your questions. Yes, this is true. I took a loan from the exchange to cover gambling debts. I had to stay on Citadel Station and do freelance technical work to repay it. The Zerka is my best-paying contract. If I lose the contract, I cannot repay the loan. If I can't repay the loan, the exchange will kill me. So I can't give you my credentials. I could give you an extension on your loan. You would do this, so I could repay you later. It's many credits, 2,500. Sure. Thank you. Now I can repay my debt, and you can take my droid technician credentials. I will find more work soon. Please return later, and I will repay you. Come back later, then. I'll get the money back from you, but it's going to take a bit. Oh, great. Right, my mouse. Ugh. I'm so glad there's always someone standing in front of the Zerka house. Oh wait, that's the shuttle. Damn it. On my Switch save, there's always a lady standing here.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you?
Come with me.
I am sorry, but I cannot accompany you. I may only leave the Zerka offices for maintenance by an authorized Zerka or Zerka contracted droid technician.
Here's my credentials.
Those are legitimate credentials. I will accompany you.
Ah, this is Zerka's protocol droid, a most clever tactic. I'll have a droid technician reprogram it to return to their offices and access the mainframe for us. Everything appears to be in working order. Good. Do you understand the task that has been set before you? Please reiterate. You are to enter the Zerka offices, access the mainframe, download those files which clearly indicate the extent of Zerka's corruption, and return to us. Your programming still will not allow you to harm sentient beings, but you have allowed you the capacity to lie and to accomplish your mission. Okay. Good, good. If you are caught, we have provided you with the means to wipe your own memory. You must not reveal that we have sent you.
The war has really inflated prices here in the Outer Rim. Medical supplies and
I don't care. Oh. If I hold B, I walk.
Hello, B44. Is there something you need?
There are some files that I must access in the mainframe, Mistress Lorso.
Oh? Why is that?
There are some discrepancies with our reported income for the last period. I believe you brought in more credits than reported.
More credits, you say? That's news I wouldn't mind reporting to the Sector Executive Officer. Please, B44, access away.
Thank you, Mistress Lorso. I will. It does not concern you, T1N1. Let's call him Tinny. Let's call him Tiny! I do acknowledge that the mainframe is your responsibility, yes, but my task does not require your assistance. Bippity bip. Whatever do you mean suspicious? I have access rights to the mainframe. Do not be hasty, Tiny. There is no need to call Mistress Lorso. You are programmed to serve Mistress Lorso, correct? And your programming similarly inhibits you from harming sentient organic life, or allowing such to be harmed without warning, correct? This is one of Asimov's laws of robotics. Examine the files in the mainframe. You will see that by aiding Mistress Lorso, you have allowed sentient organic life to be harmed. Yes, you have been programmed to accomplish a task that cannot be accomplished without defying your programming. The dogs bark whenever I'm talking, and when I stop talking, they stop barking. So I can't see if the barking is caught on probably isn't. This is why Oppo Channel regularly wipes your memory, to prevent you from realizing this and developing quirks of going berserk as a result. You have already broken your behavioral inhibitors. You have simply not become aware of it. You may act in whatever manner you choose. No, there is nothing to prevent you from entering the main office and indiscriminately firing on Zerka personnel with your stun ray. Yes, I would be obligated to warn them. As such, it would not be prudent to do so unless I was preoccupied and unable to warn them. For example, while downloading the contents of this mainframe. Farewell, Tiny. Please do not abuse my trust and fire on the personnel while I am occupied, thereby creating a diversion that allows me to escape with stolen files.
T1N1, what are you doing out here? You're not supposed to leave the mainframe. I think someone needs a memory wipe.
It's not a stun gun, he just fucking shot him. Beep boop brank beep break. Sometimes these guys have remains.
B44, I want you to pull up the maintenance records on that T1 unit. Find out the last time it was given a memory wipe and how it could have been outfitted with illegal weaponry.
Right away, Mistress Lorso. Maybe I can erase his purchase data from, too. Sorry, I had an itch and couldn't operate the camera. Where'd you stop standing there?
I hear Asgul's been paying mercenaries to go to Dantooine. I hear Asgul's been paying mercenaries to go to...
Lorso isn't the most popular.
I hear Asgul's been... A lot of us are... Haven't had much use... I hear A lot of us are...
I wish the... I'm not crazy. Lorso is... I wish the Ithorians would take their hoodship back to Ethor and let us do our job.
I hoped one of them would say to me, B4D4? What are you doing here? Oh wait, it's one of the Ithorians that says that. B4D4? What are you doing here?
It's good that Zerka's arrival has created new jobs on the station.
Why is just Atten here?
Yeah? Yeah?
He just says yeah. Why is it just him though? Where's me? Oh, right.
What? You're just gonna set it free? Is that a good idea?
I don't see why not.
Because it can lie. No one expects a droid to lie.
That's why he's still here. B44 aided us in Zerka using his abilities for the greater good. I do not believe there will be any problems. That's why Atten's still here. Okay.
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why?
Oh, this is an influence conversation. Hang on. Okay, but overall, nothing wrong, I can say. There is enough suffering in the galaxy. If I can alleviate it for one person, then I've made a difference.
Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable.
I fail to see how small acts of mercy can be harmful.
Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
Then I shall view you as disposable, then.
Ah, now you are learning. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born. Ask. I know of them, yes, and how much like beasts they had become.
I got influenced by
Combined,
saying something
united
mean.
Against the Jedi, they command
cunning.
legions of Sith. But above these legions, there are 3 who must be stopped. As long as any one of them lives, then we, and all life, are doomed. One bathes in pain, feeds on it for sustenance. The other has ceased being a living being, so consumed by hunger that he has forgotten his own flesh. And the last is a creature of betrayals, for without such things there is no hope.
The one who bathes in pain. Scion.
Yes, of pain he has learned much. Of knowledge, of teaching, he knows nothing. Like the others, he was spawned by the horrors of the Mandalorian Wars. He exists solely to spread his pain to all Jedi everywhere.
And the one consumed by hunger?
The less said of that one, the better. Even a stray thought may draw him, and it is possible that he cannot be defeated. He is one who has learned the greatest of the Sith teachings, and it enslaved him. Until you are ready, we must not seek him out.
Who is the betrayer?
Even now she is difficult to see. She must remain hidden for now until the time is right. If not, then all our efforts will be for nothing. In this you must trust me. If she is exposed too soon, then this war will be over before it has begun. Ask.
It's very dramatic.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see.
It's hard to explain, but even with everything that's happening, I feel at peace.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
What others? There's nobody here. Oh wait, I need to talk to Chodo. I forgot. I and all my herd thank you. With these files in hand, the Telosian authorities are certain to expel Zerka from Telos and Citadel Station. Our work can begin again. Moza, please take this to the TSF station immediately. The restoration project is still in some danger. Citadel Station requires another source of fuel, but at least Zerka will be gone. Even they can do nothing in the face of such indisputable evidence. Glad I could help. And now we shall help you. I have heard that the ship you arrived on is missing, hidden somewhere on Telos. I know one who could help you find it, and a means by which you could travel to it. With Citadel Station, Wynn was developing the shield system it used to protect the restoration zones. They worked with a Zabrak ex-military engineer named Beodor. Beodor designed and oversaw the installation of the shield system's planet-side components. His knowledge of Telos' surface and its shield grid is unparalleled. If there is anyone who could locate your ship on Telos' surface, it is he. He is a friend and may be trusted. Beodor, where is he? He should be on Telos' surface. I believe he is at one of these currently Zerka-held restoration zones, RZ0031. Why is he down there? He grew weary of the Telosian government's reluctance to quickly resolve our contract dispute with Zerka. Perhaps as a Zabrak, he does not have our patience. When we last spoke, he said he would contact Zerka and handle the matter himself. How he intended to do this, I do not know. I haven't seen him since. How do I get to him? I will allow you to use one of our orbital shuttles. It has no hyperdrive, but will allow you to descend to the planet's surface and make a return trip to Citadel Station. I must point out that this is illegal. Landing on the planet's surface without permission is forbidden, and we no longer control that restoration zone. Please be as discreet as possible. The closest shuttle is in Bay 2 of Dock Module 126. I'll call ahead and have the ship prepared for you. Before I leave, you said you would try to heal me. Indeed, and I have not forgotten the promise that I made to you. When you stood before me, you opened my eyes to a hurt almost as great as the planet's. Your wound, I can feel the immensity of your loss, yet I can feel that you are slowly regaining what you have lost, and that in time you may fully heal. Perhaps your time here has helped. I believe it has. I think that I can help you in your recovery, at least partially. I must admit, however, that even as the healer of my herd, I've never faced an injury such as this.
One thing, and healing a Jedi severed from the Force is quite another.
With all due respect, I believe you are wrong. In healing a planet, it is a matter of connections. As plants feed animals and animal populations thrive and grow, life connects and expands, the living web of the Force. I have walked in the growing restoration zones and felt the fullness of life, and perhaps that connection will help make you whole again. Perhaps you will find that more than you think on the surface. You, me, my herd, helped build that, the life of the planet. Though we describe the restoration as a process, we are in truth opening Telos to the Force. Thus, I believe I can help you. That perhaps through your work with the planet and my guidance, I might restore some part of the Force to you.
You speak well enough, Choda Hubbard. But perhaps you see all this as your chance to exert your own hold over others.
Regardless, if you can return the Force to me, I want you to try. Now, let's see what I can do. There, it's not much, but I feel that I have been somewhat successful. Again, thank you, Hana Ren, and go with our thanks. I think this is a 2-hour recording. I need to stop it, start another one.